What's up, Heiser gang? Today we are out here at Oso Creek Park in Corpus. We're gonna play a solo front nine, see what we can rack up as our best score, then we'll go on from there. Alright, here we are, hole 1, Oso Creek. It is a 565 foot par 4. All the way over there. To be clear, we have never played blue tees here. New year, new things. Decide we'll go ahead and give it a try. See what we can get as a score, and then we'll work on that score for the rest of the year. Each time I come here is blue tees. So we're gonna start things off with a 155 gram DX Glow Wraith. Let's see what we can pull off here. Alright, so it shows that no OB on this hole. So, first shot wasn't too terrible. If there was OB, it would have been horrible. Now we gotta get all the way over there. See if we can scramble close enough to get us a nice birdie. Let's go with the Insanity. This ground is very, very unlevel here. Try to put it on Annie so I can hold a little longer maybe. It's gonna be boom in the open. Okay, cool, nice. All right, shot 3. It's our birdie look. If I make this, we make birdie. If not, it at least puts us right there for a nice par. Par for a hole we haven't played a layout on is pretty satisfactory to me. All right, let's clean this on up for par. That was not par. All right, well, we missed par, so let's get bogey. It's all right. All right, guys. Hole 2 is a 609 foot par 4. Straight down the middle past this ledge here. It is actually tucked behind that tree back there. We're gonna go with one of the new wraiths I picked up right before I came out. This is a 169 gram star wraith. It's really soft and flippy, or poppy rather. So let's see how it flies. That was pretty interesting. All right, so we landed right here. And well, y'all can't see the basket if I leave y'all there looking at me. I'm gonna turn you. Make you look that way. That's the way you want to look anyway. Basket's right there behind that tree. I think we're gonna go ahead and go with the Insanity on this one. Insanity. All right, for the third shot, we're gonna go with our Fuse Z-Line Buzz, our buzz saw. Try to do a little forehand under and around that tree. Little forehand here. Let's go up and over. That sets us up for par. All right. See if we can clean up par here. There we go. All right, hole 3 is a 517-foot par 4. Got a couple big trees in the way here, but it is tucked behind that large one, way back yonder way, tucked behind another large one. So we're gonna go with the Proto Glow Champion Wraith. Just picked this one up this morning too. Kind of like my Wraith. Trying to see if I can find a good one that like really fits my hands. So far, we're still looking. That did not hyzer flip at all. Instead, it just held hyzer. Well, that was horrible. All right, so I really feel like that was a me error. So we're gonna go with that again. Now the basket is behind that large green bush up ahead of us. Dang, no. All right, so our second throw wasn't much better. Ended us in the rough, which basket is definitely not too horrible away, but not as much as I'd like. See if we can get an insanity over this. That might set us up for par. All right, time to clean this up for par. Got a couple little scraggly doodobs right in my way, but we'll be all right. That's for par, leaving us still at +1 on hole 3. All right, hole 4 is a wild 743-foot par 4. Long way off. The red tee is only 456-foot par 3, so it's a long par 3. I think we're gonna try to make between here and the red tee, and then get us another look. Then we're gonna go with the insanity right off the bat. Pulling our slight anhyzer. There we go. Not quite to red tee, but it's not horrible. All right, shot 2. We still have some scrambling to do. We're gonna go with the 155 gram DX Glow Wraith. See if we can just yeet it out there. Too high. Man, we are not making up any distance. All right, shot 3. We definitely have not been making much progress. So, I guess we're gonna try to make up some right here. All right, this is for par. I need a miracle here. I really need a miracle. Never gonna roll back over. What was I thinking? Same spot. All right, well, I kind of treated myself horrible for par. So let's try at least get a bogey, I guess. And that's not it. All right. Looks like we need to take double bogey. Woo, double bogey. So, all right, update. So, even though you did, the signage on the course says this was a par 4, U-Disc puts it at par 5. So that was only a bogey, not a double bogey. Go U-Disc. All right, hole 5 is a 591 foot par 4 to the left. Way down that way and left. Red tee is pretty fun. Haven't done blue tee here yet, so I can't be a judge on that one yet. But I do know that we're gonna need to force hyzers. So we're gonna go with an Insanity and the Neutron Firm. Aim right for that tree. All right, right where I want to be. All right, first shot put me right where I wanted to be. Second shot needs to go around that corner there to the left. As hard as this Wraith flew on a hyzer earlier, we're gonna see if it holds true to that or if something else happens. Right now we're gonna aim at that tree right ahead of us. Not the one by the red tee, but the one past the gap. That was almost perfect. All right, that was actually a really, really good second shot. Huh? Now we're gonna use an Envy. Just put it right over there at the basket. Sit down. Good job. That's par. All right, let's clean up our par here. Par. All right, hole 6 is 390 foot par 3. Nice little break, much needed from the last few holes. I think we're gonna try this Wraith on a forehand. Let's see what happens. That wasn't terrible, honestly. All right, first shot wasn't horrible. For our second shot, we're gonna go with the Confetti Buzz SS. See if we can pump it right through this gap. Make it finish behind that little tree where the basket's at. Nope, right into a tree. Oh, I got around it. And still finished past the tree, so hey, I'm happy. All right, let's clean this up for par. Oh, that wasn't nice. That wasn't nice either. All right, well, I guess we'll be taking bogey. There ain't nothing wrong with that, it's okay. Almost missed the bogey though. That was close. All right, so I know y'all are looking at the blue tee. It says 391 foot par 3 from blue and 262 foot from red at another par 3. Either way, it's par 3. Usually from your red tee up here, it would literally be a forehand throw to crook around here. Now we're gonna have to do a backhand throw to get me to here and then forehand around. So we're We're gonna go with the Insanity. You know what? Actually, I know I said I was gonna do backhand, forehand. I think we're just gonna go forehand. Roll it. Right to the red tee. I don't know what else to do. All right, second shot. We still got to get around that corner there. We're gonna try to burn the hex over. That'll work. You know, they say high sight's 20/20. I guess I should have gone with the Insanity on that last shot. That was 1, 2. This is par. Fade. Not gonna fade. Well, it's for bogey. All right. See if we can make our bogey. I guess not. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. How about a South Texas bless your heart? That's double bogey. All right, here we are, hole 8. I know it says 17. On the original 9, it's 1 through 6. You'll skip 7 through 15 and pick back up 16, 17, 18 for your final 3 holes. So, hole 17 becomes your hole 8 for the 9. It is a 397-foot par 3. Down and to the left, we're gonna throw our wraith. See if we can throw it over the brush, make it carry back to the left. Hope the world ends up liking us. There goes. Come back in. Good shot, Mikey. Good shot, Mikey. All right, that was a really good first shot. I'm gonna keep tooting my own horn. I was happy about that one. We're gonna go with the 2025 Halloween Glow Buzz. Basket is right there behind that tree. See if we can just float it right around it. Yeah, okay. All right. See if we can float this ohm in for par. Nope, floated it right past it. Guess I should have used the buzz. All right. Bogey. Double bogey. Double bogey. All right, hole 9. 866 foot, par 5. By far my least favorite hole of the course, just because it snakes the whole way. So we are going to use the Proto Glow Wraith. Same thing, I want to try to carry it out over the brush and bring it back. Got a nice little tailwind, it should help push. There he is. Nice. All right. Well, that was a great throw. A very, very, very lucky stop. Can you imagine? And of course, that was going to burn right into the tree. Well, that wasn't too terrible, I guess. At least it wasn't thicker than this. All right, so I guess what we can do here. Hi. Okay. I can dig that. All right, fourth shot. We're going to go with the Buzz SS confetti buzz again. We're gonna see if we can pull Anheuser, make it hold. I'm gonna try to get a little run on it for some extra oomph. I just kept burning over. All right, found it. So for shot 5, we're gonna have to get up there around that tree. See how this circuit putter did again. Wind's pushing right to left. That puts me up there. All right, finish things off with our 6th shot. Oh. All right, guys. Bogey on hole 9 puts us at +8 for 9, which is not great by any means, but being first time playing blue tees, I can dig it. I'm happy with it. So as always, thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one. All right, shot 2. We're going to go ahead and move this off of this grate to be safe. Put our marker there. All right, the basket is still far enough up ahead that you can't see it from where we're at. We got to make up some distance. Did have a pretty good throw there. This time we're going to go with the Halloween buzz again, but on a forehand. Just see what we can blast out of it. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Blooper reel. Wow. Okay. That rebar is not safe, guys. See if I can break that off there. That's not good. We're getting some reels now, boys.